Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog tennis, and with us head coach Daniel Hangstefer. And coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Certainly your first year here with the Bulldogs as well, and off to a great start here on the men's tennis side here this spring, 14-2. Could you have scripted maybe a better start for your team?
I actually didn't know our record until you just mentioned it. So we're just focusing on getting better every day and just taking one day at a time right now. So.
Obviously, you got off to a strong start, played some tough competition down in South Carolina over the spring break period. How did that help prepare you for the start of conference play?
I think it put us in situations that we were not used to seeing. I think what we learned down there is that teams know Ferris State and they want to beat us. And I think that prepared us for conference because I think teams are in conference really want to beat us as well. So I think it kind of mentally prepared us for the challenges ahead.
Obviously, you came in taking over a program with a rich history, a program that has had a lot of success as of late. What have been some of the keys to being able to continue that here in the early part of the season?
I think it just continue to challenge the guys every day and push them to a high standard each day. They've achieved great things in the past, but we want to keep achieving great things. So just continue to set the bar high is important for these guys right now. So I think when you set the bar high, then they work harder and they try to achieve great. They continue to try to achieve great things. So that's what we're trying to shoot for right now.
This past weekend, a couple big matches for your team in conference play, and you went on the road Thursday to take on the Northwood Timberwolves. Your first experience here on the men's side in the rivalry. Talk about what that was like taking on Northwood.
It was a good match actually. It was competitive. We had 3 or 4 really close three-setter matches, and I think we started off strong in the doubles. We went up 2-1 in the doubles. Stu and Demi, they had or Nuruddin, we call him Demi. They had a close match at 1, and they lost. But I think that it still set the tone going into singles that we weren't going to back away. Northwood came out hungry, but I think we kind of put our stamp down early and told them, no, we're the big dog here. So, I think they responded well in that environment, and we just competed hard, and at the very end, it went our way. So,
obviously, you got the 7-2 win, and then you turn right back around on Saturday over the Easter holiday and taking on Grand Valley State, and another rival and another program that's been very strong here in the recent years.
Yeah, so that was a good win as well. Again, another good match. Grand Valley, it sounds like there's a big rivalry between us and them, but again, we went up in that match. We went up 3-0 after the doubles, and I think that really set the tone going into singles that that we're going to continue to be a tough team to beat, and teams want to beat us, but we're going to continue to put the work in every day to make sure we come out on the right side of it. So.
Obviously, both of those matches, you really got some big wins in the middle part of the lineup, the 2 through 5 spots. Talk about how important that middle part of that lineup is to your team.
So I think right now we have 5 or 6 guys that are very interchangeable at every spot in the lineup. Daniel Hangstefer, he's been playing primarily 3 spots, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, but he hadn't lost a match since our very first match this season, which was back on February 3rd. So he's been very solid for us. Pablo Muniz Baroja, he's been winning, being very solid for us, winning a lot of matches in straight sets. He's been playing anywhere between 4, 5, and 6. Him and I'd also like to point out in doubles that him and his doubles partner Matisse, they haven't lost a doubles match all year, so they're undefeated right now. So we have a lot of guys that are just very deep. They're very solid. They compete very hard, and I think that's the strength of this team. We have 6 guys that can play anywhere in the lineup, and they're going to figure out ways to win in those spots. So,
obviously, a number of guys that you mentioned right there, guys that are returning from years past. How does that experience that they've had in the postseason, maybe, and winning conference championships go into effect as you take on some of the tough opponents here in the conference?
I think it plays a big role. I think to win at a high level, you also have to kind of experience what it's like to be in those situations. And we obviously have a lot of guys that have been in situations where they've went to the Final Four or to the Elite Eight, or they've won conference for the last 3 years in a row. So I think that's just going to continue to enhance our program, and it's going to just continue to build confidence for the guys, and especially for the freshmen, knowing that they're coming into a great program.
Obviously, here's some big matches still left here on the schedule. Talk about what's ahead coming up this weekend as you hit the road for some big matches, and then obviously only a couple weeks away is the GLIAC Championships.
Yep. So this weekend we have Tiffin on Saturday, and then we have Wayne State on Sunday. And both of those matches are going to be very tough conference matches. I know how badly both those teams want to beat us. And I've gotten some text messages from alumni telling me how badly they want to beat us. And but that's a good thing. I think it just motivates our guys to go out and compete at a high level. And I think sometimes when you have a target on your back, it can motivate you the right way. So yeah, both teams are going to be tough. The court surface is a little bit different inside, so we're going to do some things to prepare this week for that. But the main thing is just make sure we're in the right mindset and we go out and we execute.
Obviously, you mentioned that alumni support, fan support at the Ferris State Racket and Fitness Center. How has that helped you as a first-year coach transition into taking over this program?
It's definitely nice. I think a lot of teams don't see the support, the kind of support that we have here, and I think that's definitely a big advantage for us. You know, when teams come and visit us and we've got a bunch of fans out there cheering for us and being loud and stuff, you know, that's a big deal, and it's definitely a big home court advantage for us. So we definitely appreciate all the support of our fans.
Finally, here goals moving forward here for the rest of the season as your team continues on and what's been a great run thus far.
Yep. So I think we're just going to continue to take one day at a time, one day at a time. But our goal is definitely to go all the way in conference, and our goal is to try to see how far we can go in postseason after that. So.
Well, Coach, thanks for being with us. Congratulations on what's been a fantastic start, and best of luck this weekend as you hit the road.
Thank you.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action and get all the results online, ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.